On July 1, 2025, Canada and Greenland unveiled a historic $3.1 billion partnership, the Nuuk-Ottawa Accord. This isn't just another trade deal, it's a bold leap in Arctic politics. Canada, long an Arctic nation, is now reaching beyond its borders to forge a new era of collaboration with its closest northern neighbor. The agreement signals Canada's intent to lead in a rapidly changing region. For decades, Arctic policy was slow and insular, focused on sovereignty and limited cooperation. The Nuuk-Ottawa Accord changes that, covering economic development, environmental stewardship, and security. The scale of investment shows Canada's seriousness. This is no symbolic gesture. The deal empowers Greenland, supporting its autonomy and sustainable growth, not control. For Canada, it means a stable, friendly partner in a vital region. Announced on Canada Day, the timing underscores its importance to national identity and future vision. The world is watching, as this partnership challenges old patterns of competition and suspicion in the North. The accord sets a new precedent: mutual respect, shared goals, and deep cooperation. It's not just about Canada and Greenland, it's about redefining the Arctic's future. The joint announcement by both leaders emphasized equality and respect for Greenland's self-determination. The agreement is structured to provide capital and expertise for Greenland's sustainable development. Canada's position in Arctic geopolitics is now stronger than ever. Other nations are analyzing what this means for their own interests. The accord proposes a new path for Arctic relations. It's a strategic investment in a shared future. The deal is already being called a model for Arctic cooperation. It's a turning point for the region. The Arctic's next chapter begins here. To grasp the significance of Canada's move, we need to revisit 2019. That year, President Trump's proposal to buy Greenland from Denmark shocked the world. The idea was dismissed as outdated and offensive, highlighting a colonial mindset. Greenlanders and Danes alike rejected the notion, seeing it as a denial of their autonomy. Trump's approach was transactional, ignoring the people and international law. The failed bid strained U.S.-Denmark relations and revealed a misunderstanding of the modern Arctic. The Arctic isn't empty land. It's home to indigenous peoples and sovereign nations. In contrast, Canada's approach is collaborative and respectful. Where the U.S. sought control, Canada offers investment and empowerment. Arctic nations want partners, not purchasers. The memory of the failed American bid set the stage for the Nuuk-Ottawa Accord. Canada learned from its neighbors' mistakes, focusing on trust and shared prosperity. With a history of cooperation on search and rescue, Canada was well positioned to step in. The Canadian strategy is about building relationships, not buying land. This shift is critical for the Arctic's future. The Accord is a direct response to the lessons of 2019. It's about respect, partnership, and a sustainable future. Canada's success shows the power of diplomacy over deals. The Arctic's future will be shaped by those who understand its people and priorities. The Arctic, once seen as a frozen wasteland, is now a frontier of opportunity and competition. Climate change is melting ice at unprecedented rates, revealing untapped resources and new shipping lanes. The region holds vast reserves of oil, gas, and rare earth minerals, especially in Greenland. As access improves, global powers and corporations are eyeing the Arctic's wealth. Melting ice is also opening the Northwest Passage and Northern Sea Route, potentially transforming global trade. These new routes could save weeks of shipping time between Asia and Europe. Control over these waterways is a major strategic issue, with legal disputes looming. The Arctic's location makes it critical for global security, as it's the shortest route between North America and Eurasia. Military activity is rising, with nations upgrading bases and increasing surveillance. The peaceful Arctic of the past is gone. It's now a crowded geopolitical arena. The Canada-Greenland deal is forged in this new reality. It's about managing resources, routes, and security together. The stakes have never been higher. The $3.1 billion accord is more than a cash infusion, it's a blueprint for partnership. Major investments target Greenland's infrastructure, airports, ports, and connectivity. This will boost tourism, exports, and quality of life. Canada brings not just money but technical expertise. Environmental cooperation is central with joint climate research and green technology funding. The goal: sustainable development and a transition to renewable energy. Security is also addressed. Joint patrols and search and rescue operations will be expanded. This strengthens both nations' sovereignty and safety in Arctic waters. Cultural and educational exchanges connect indigenous communities across borders. Programs will support language, arts, and shared heritage. The human dimension is key. This deal is about people, not just policy. It's a model for building trust and resilience in the North. The Accord's strength lies in its depth and vision. It's a partnership built to last. The Nuuk-Ottawa Accord has sparked global interest and recalibrated alliances. The U.S. welcomes regional stability but notes Canada's growing independence in Arctic affairs. Denmark, closely consulted, supports the deal as a win for Greenland's autonomy and the transatlantic alliance. Other European Arctic states see it as a model for peaceful cooperation. Russia and China are watching warily, viewing the deal as a Western move to limit their influence. China's ambitions in Greenland face new competition from a strong regional partnership. The Accord reinforces the primacy of Arctic states in managing the region's affairs. It strengthens legal frameworks like the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. Canada and Greenland are showing that regional challenges need regional solutions. The deal makes it harder for outside powers to disrupt Arctic governance. It's a subtle but powerful shift in the balance of power. The world is taking note of this new Arctic order. The message, the future of the Arctic, will be decided by those who live there. Canada's approach to Greenland stands in stark contrast to Trump's failed 2019 bid. The U.S. saw Greenland as a commodity. Canada sees a partner. Trump's offer was unilateral and dismissive, causing diplomatic fallout. Canada's deal is the result of years of patient diplomacy and relationship building. The Accord is a long-term investment in infrastructure, science, security, and culture. It's designed to empower Greenland and strengthen its autonomy. Canada's strategy relies on soft power, trust, cooperation, and shared prosperity. The difference is clear. Canada invests in people, not property. This approach has major geopolitical implications. The failed U.S. bid showed the limits of transactional foreign policy. Canada's success demonstrates the power of collaboration. It's a model for middle powers navigating a world of superpower rivalry. By choosing partnership, Canada has secured its Arctic future. The world is watching and learning. The Nuuk-Ottawa Accord is more than a deal, it's a vision for the Arctic's future. It shifts the narrative from conflict to cooperation and shared stewardship. The partnership between Canada and Greenland creates a new center of gravity in the North. It strengthens both nations against external pressures and secures their shared waterways. The model could inspire similar partnerships across the Arctic. Indigenous connections are central, setting a new standard for inclusive governance. This is a landmark in Arctic diplomacy, empowering neighbors, not dominating them. The Accord rebukes transactional approaches and champions collaboration. The choices made today will define the High North for generations. Canada and Greenland have chosen respect, partnership, and hope. The Arctic's future is being written together.